Hi, I'm Alan Uren, founder of OverVue Planning Systems. I'm pleased to introduce you to our latest innovation, and that is multiple plans on a single sheet, allowing us to put together master schedules. So the first thing I'll point out to you is that we've added a new menu here with the actual project name and details listed. They're selectable, so right now I've got number 1 project highlighted, and I can indicate and select the other 2 that are here. So these 3 projects are all the same, just to keep it simple this time around for a demonstration. They are 3-story apartment buildings that are going up, and I just want to go through the process and how we deal with the resourcing issues and the scheduling. First of all, I want to take a look at a little more detail up here in the top. Along with the list for the projects, I have a list for deliverables. You'll see that we use a color-coded deliverable breakdown structure as opposed to a work breakdown structure. And if I click out of there and then move into the actual detail, this is a 3-dimensional graphic. So we go from summary to detail view, and we can then double tap on any of the tasks themselves. And here's where we can access the individual database for each of these. So I'll just slowly scroll across, and you can take a look at some of the things that are involved. We have our compliance issues with permits and inspections and so forth. There's going to be the site preparation. Then we get into the concrete for footings and the pouring the slab and so on that you see here. And they begin to escalate in terms of the actual 3 floors and how they are ending up in terms of a cascade that you see here. And then we finish off finally with conduct the final cleanup, hand over any punch lists, those kinds of items here. I'll point out to you, by the way, we're using a 1-week scale, so it turns out if we count in reverse order, we use pool planning, by the way, quite consistently, so that's why you're seeing the number of each of the weeks is actually going from right to left. So the total here, and I'll show you in a moment, is 96. In the scale, we have the opportunity to move it into a 1-hour scale, 1 day, and all the way to 4 weeks. So come back here, and you'll notice that we're 96 weeks here to get this finished up. However, I haven't completely filled you in on this right now. Right at the moment, we've got the 3 projects all lined up together, and most of you are then saying, well, wait a second, I'm going to have some resource problems with all of that, trying to do it simultaneously. I want to spread them out. So what I'll do first of all is show you our resource management system. Here we have a list of the various resources. They can be people, equipment, material. They can be plan specific. In other words, those resources could go across multiple different project plans, or they can be task specific as well. So right now I'm going to flash these up and say I want to find out the conflicts between these 2 and all 3 of these projects at the same time. Hit that, and you'll notice right now it's done its calculation quite quickly in terms of where, and you can see the red outline here. So most of us, when we take a look at this and saying, okay, I've got a huge problem here that I won't be able to deal with, the typical thing here is to then stagger these in terms of their scheduling. So let's do that. We'll start off by moving these 2. I'll zoom out a bit so we can see the timelines. And what I'd like to do is move them out so they start after this last task of project number 1. So we go like so. And we've just solved the problem for project 1. In order to do it for project 2 and 3, let's now isolate project 2 where it is and go down to number 3. And pull that one to the right and stop here. And lo and behold, as you might expect, we're in pretty good shape. Now that means that these 3 projects are going to take 96 weeks to get finished. Pardon me. Yes, 96 weeks. So what we want to do is see, well, wait a minute, maybe there's an opportunity here to try and find if we can start sooner than that. So here's what we do on a graphic basis with OverVue. I'm going to take this one, highlight it, and just gradually, this is all visual, I'm not doing any mathematics or anything like that. I'm just going to grab this and then slowly start moving back over here and seeing if I create any conflicts, and so far not too bad. Here, And all of a sudden now we're starting to get some conflicts going on. Let's continue and see if we manage to get rid of that one conflict that's showing up here and down here. And it's a little iterative. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, we've now managed to find a particular spot where there are no conflicts, even though we're starting several weeks earlier than we originally thought. With that, and in this particular case, because they are the same, all we now need to do is drag this, pardon me, over to here. And we now have all the resources issue here accounted for. But here's the interesting thing. We had 96 weeks up here already. Right now, we're here. We've just saved 4 months of time, and it took us maybe 2 or 3 minutes to find that. Anyway, I hope you like this presentation. If you have any questions or you'd like to see more of this, give us a shout. We're at overvue.vision in our website, and also we're very active in LinkedIn as well. Thanks very much. Bye for now.